What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about disrespect, right? I'm gonna talk about disrespect and like choosing your battles wisely and when to like tell a motherfucker off or when to stand up for yourself, when to just walk away and stuff like that. Now, me growing up, I've experienced this a lot. Even at an early age, I feel like a lot of people we experience this a lot. It's kind of normal for people to experience a lot of disrespect at such a throughout their whole lives, pretty much, just because how this society, how this world's set up. Mind me, I'm kind of sick, but because it's a global issue that a lot of people face when it comes to being disrespected with at the workplace, with their friends, with their family, or just like that, where people just talk nasty to them. People just try to hurt them verbally, just verbally abuse them and shit like that. Even people, because you guys know we're like friends or like this anyone in general, to like they're trying to like be cool with you. They're trying to like have fun, but they're making fun of you, but not in a like funny, friendly way. But they're being more so passive aggressive. Like they're throwing shots at you. Or they're like what's the word? They're throwing shots at you, directly or indirectly, right? And then you get a weird vibe, and deep down you know it hurts, but you just confused because people are laughing or like that's how they operate or they think it's normal. It always happens in friendship groups or in family groups as well, or even in coworker groups. But it's not just that. Disrespect comes in any form. It can happen directly or indirectly through passive aggression or through directly to where people just openly just talk crazy to you. They call you names and stuff like that, whether it be your family members, your friends, your coworkers, your boss, your supervisors, anyone in general, right? And if you're at a professional work setting, if you're like in the military, that happens a lot. If you're in like working, it could be any job, but that happens a lot, and it sucks that especially government jobs. I feel like if you're like a police officer or like even the FBI or like in the military, I feel like that happens quite often, where it's harder because like they don't have as much like freedom for them to speak up. They can in a professional way, but more so like because me, I'm the type of person where like I'll explode or I'll snap, and I don't like having, because how I view disrespect is this, right? I'm a grown adult, you're a grown adult. I shouldn't have to talk to you or tell you to remind you that, hey, what you're saying, how you're talking to me is not right, and you need to chill the fuck out, or there's gonna be some problems, right? Obviously, I know there's other ways to say it like that, more respectfully, professionally, right? But that's how I look at it, because I'm like this, like how the fuck do I have? I'm that old, and I have the awareness to watch what I say and how to talk to people, right? But the people I'm dealing with, either they're older than me or the same age as me, or they have a higher rank or position or authority over me, why are they talking to me crazy, and why they feel like it's comfortable for them to, or they feel even safe, or even them have the audacity to even talk crazy to me, right? Disrespectfully, right? So like, and are they not aware of that? So that should piss me off. This is why I rather snap and go off at people violently compared to like being respectful and telling them. I obviously I'm smart. I don't do that, but there are instances where I have done that, but that's out of like reactive abuse. Reactive abuse is when like people have taken so much disrespect and it got into their minds, and where it's harming them to where they snap, they black out, and they cuss a motherfucker out either verbally or physically, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That happened to me a couple of times at work, at different workplaces. But me, I have more experience, so obviously when that happens, I do tell people to hey, what they're saying is not right. Obviously, I talk to them in a professional manner. Hey, what you doing? And not professional, like in a mature manner. Hey, what you doing is not right. Watch who you're talking to, stuff like that. There are other instances where like I'll just snap and I'll just yell, not black out like I used to, but there's times where I do snap and like, or I yell or I'll have a louder tone of voice, or I yell at them, be like, I'm like, chill the fuck out. Watch who the fuck you're talking to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but this shit I've experienced this, and I've also seen this a lot where like people will just talk crazy to you. Now people may say, oh, it's how you carry yourself, it's your mindset, or like you let people walk all over you, or like it just didn't happen overnight, like you allowed this to happen. I feel like I get what they're saying, but I feel like it's bullshit, because these same people, they don't know what it's like. Because you gotta keep in mind, if you're working at a job setting or just any career setting, like you have to be professional in a way. You have to be professional. And not all the time, but like when people are disrespecting you, like you don't even realize it, because when people disrespect you, some come off very strongly, but they start off small and they build themselves up to where now you don't even realize it, or like at the last minute you realize that you're letting all this shit slide. Now people just the same person add on with more disrespect, like, you know what I'm saying, and now they talk even more crazy, and before you realize this person's abusing you pretty much, you know what I'm saying. But more so like because you're at a professional setting, and not that, but people is maybe it is me, but like me, like I live life where, because sometimes I have a bad habit of people thinking they have the same awareness and thought as me. So me, I don't go out there being a jackass and being a pussy where I go off at people, I harm people, and I just disrespect people. I don't do that shit. I just mind my own business, try to get my money, work hard, and I help people, and I try to be kind to people. That's the type of person I am. Unfortunately, there are people who aren't like that because they're either fucking miserable, they project, they're emotionally immature because they weren't raised right, or they were traumatized at a young age, so now they act off of trauma, so now they're operating. So you're dealing with a grown-ass adult that's in a 3-year-old body, that a 3-year-old in an adult body, pretty much. Or become narcissistic, or they've been hurt so much they become their abusers that harm them, or they feel like they want a power trip because they're insecure and they feel weak, and they themselves feel like losers, a piece of shit, so they want to project how they feel towards other people. Other people, they lack self-awareness because they lack of shadow work because they have so much fucking trauma. So all these instances could happen. Or some people, realistically, from a spiritual perspective, they're influenced by a demonic entity, by a negative spirit. So it's kind of like demonic possession in a way, but I'm not sure if people are fully demonically possessed or they're influenced by demonic entity because the aura field is so weak from all the trauma they have. So at times there is a negative energy that feeds off of their negativity, to where they project that shit towards people, and there's like an energy that likes that shit, and they influence people to continue harming people, and that's how they lack self-awareness and shit like that. And there's instances where the same people, they've reported seeing their eyes change to pitch black, or they had like a dark stare in their eyes and shit like that. A lot of negative vibes because they have a negative entity attachment. That does happen. But so there's so many scenarios I play, but without a doubt, with all of them, these people still disrespect. So you're at a work setting, which damn near is the whole world. You're always at a work setting. You have to maintain a professional, according to these rules and regulations to these jobs, especially military and these government jobs. You have to have a higher standard to where you're non-reactive, where you're like, yes sir, yes ma'am, or like you're supposed to listen to your employer, you're supposed to listen to your manager, you're supposed to listen to your higher ups, right? You're supposed to be told you're supposed to listen, you're supposed to be told what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? You have to do this, you have to do that within your job duties, right? So you have to obey, obey pretty much. I was gonna say submissive, but that's kind of a weird word. Submissive, I don't like that word. It's more so, I feel like submissive is more so like when you're weak, or not. I'm not gonna use that word, but you're just being told what to do because you just have to do it, so you can maintain money, income to take care of your family, your house, and yourself, right? We all have to do it. So there's no problem with that. That's a great thing. You're being productive in this society. But the problem is when you're dealing with people who lack the fucking self-awareness, and you're dealing with people who are very disrespectful, right? That's a problem. So a lot of people deal with this shit. So now when people are dealing with that, it's like sometimes people can't get out of their job, or they don't have enough options, or like they're just confused because like, hold up, should I tell this person off? Should I report this person? Should I tell this person kindly, like a man-to-man talk, or like a woman-to-woman talk, or like what should I do? And people have done different types of things. People have reported, people have talked in a mature way, people have professionally done things, but which is good. But there are instances where people will snap, people will go off and at an instant, and like people really got to be careful of who the fuck they're talking to, because like people, like, because you never know what people are going through. So if you're talking to people crazy, you never know. People might have a gun and shoot you. That does happen. You might have someone who might just swing at you. That does happen. You might have people who just sabotage you. That happens. So I don't know why people feel it's cool for them to disrespect other people, especially like they have a higher authority over them. They just abuse that shit. And I always see this shit happen. You know, so or they take advantage of them in some way. And I've experienced this. I've even seen this happen, and this is why I hate working at times, because you're forced to be around people who are just miserable, and they feel like it's cool to disrespect you, and then they make you feel some type of way and stuff like that. You feel powerless. You feel like you don't have a word. You feel like, you know what I'm saying, they're just talking crazy. A grown-ass adult talking crazy to you. You know what I'm saying? To me, I came from a very dysfunctional, abusive family household. So when I've been in situations where my higher authorities were like very disrespectful towards me, that would trigger me a lot. That would trigger me a lot. So there are instances where I snapped at them back. I've gone off at them, but there are also other times where I ignored them. I just dust it off, and then I release that anger through going to the gym, through making YouTube videos, or talking to my friends and other people about the situation and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's very triggering, and I'm surprised that I haven't swung at someone. I'm surprised I haven't like been in jail. I'm surprised I haven't committed a crime or just really harmed someone off the things they said to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very triggering, especially if I came from a very dysfunctional, abusive family household, and people who experience what I've experienced coming from these dysfunctional households, you guys know how triggering it is when people start talking crazy to you, because it reminds you of your background. And since everyone came from a different background, but my background, it involved a lot of physical and verbal violence. So when people talk crazy to me, I think of physical violence and attack. So I immediately get defensive. My heart beats a lot faster. I shake a lot, and I get pissed off a lot. And me, since I have a lot of self-awareness, I'm aware of what I'm capable of. There are times where, like I said, I have snapped at people, I've gone off at people, and I've gotten huge trouble because of that. I've gotten kicked out of the mall because I went off at someone, and just stuff like that. So I'm not, especially I have a Scorpio moon, Mars, and rising. So like having these placements, they're known to snap and go off at someone, and I'm very calculated. So it's like, cause I know what I've seen. I know it seems dramatic, but I've seen quote unquote violence. I guess not violence, but I've seen chaotic, abusive shit. I've seen fights within my household. I've seen a lot of verbal warfare and shit like that. So I choose my battles very wisely. I'm a very calm person. I'm very stable. I'm very calm. I don't go into fights like that. No, it's very rare if I snap at something. It only happened like a couple of times, but at the same time, I know what I'm capable of doing because of what I've experienced and the type of situations I've been in. So this is why I tend to ignore people, or I tend to give them grace and mercy. Not me forgiving them or not being a pushover, but more so like, 'cause I know how far I could take it. So that's my problem. Since I know how far I could take it and how unhinged I can be within these people, I tend to distance myself away from them, because I will not deal with these people, because I'm still with these people, and then it's going to get violent or something's going to happen. And I feel bad for these people, you know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for them, you know what I'm saying? There are times where like they'll disrespect me, and I envision the type of shit I'll do to them, because they don't know me like that, and I feel bad. Like, damn, like if they really knew who the fuck I am, like they did not know who the fuck they're messing with, man. And so it's like, it's crazy. So I always choose a higher route to where I always like get away from them, and I always like distance myself from them. And in time I'll be pissed off myself, man. Like I should have spoken up. I should have defended myself. Fuck, man. But there's also other times where like I'll snap and I go off at these people, and I get in the same energy, or like I go off at them, and there are times where like, I feel regretful, not because of how I acted, but I'm also always got to see the same fucking I always got to see these fucking people the same day at work. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hate, and now that's fucking awkward. You know what I'm saying? But even though it's their fault, I'm the type of person where like someone should disrespect me, I'll disrespect them and I'll win, because I'm more aggressive. I have more energy. So even though they started it and I were to defend myself and I'll just finish it, I feel more bad, because I have so much energy. I'm more fucking like powerful and shit like that. And I feel bad. I feel bad for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because I have such a good heart, so I'm like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, but not that. But when someone disrespects me, and to the point where I have to defend myself, I don't want to see that person. I don't want to be around them. I don't care if they apologize or it was a misunderstanding. I still don't want to fucking deal with them. The fact that you're a grown ass man and you had the lack of self-awareness, you had lack of self-control for you to act like that. For me to react and defend myself, I'm a naturally cool person. I have a lot of self-control. I'm a very understanding person. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own business. I stand my line. I try to work hard. I try to do the best I can. For me to defend myself and go off at you, or even talk to you, to watch who you're talking to, I don't fucking like you. Get away from me. I'm not cool with you no more. I'm cool with everyone. But for me to get to that point, get the fuck away from me. I'm not talking about people who make mistakes and it was a misunderstanding. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who know exactly what the fuck they're doing, or even they don't, but they keep on at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see their face. I don't want to fucking see them. Get the fuck away from them. So now that's what I mean, where it gets awkward, because now I've had these things happen. I'm so forced to work with them. Like, fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and usually when someone acts crazy to me, when I go off at them to defend myself, then they're quiet, but then I feel bad because I still gotta see my work. And then I usually be the one that still gotta apologize and shit like that, just so I can break the ice, so it won't be awkward and shit like that. Because most people are fucking dumb. Most people lack self-awareness, so they're not gonna apologize. They're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're not. So this is why I'm always the one that's gotta like either apologize or talk to them like on what led up to that situation. Because most people, they're just fucking stupid. But disrespect, man. Like, people who disrespect other people at the workplace, man, or who projecting their insecurities or think they could get away from it, people really gotta check themselves, because you never know what people are going through. People could really snap at you at the instant. People could harm you. People could threaten you. People could kill you even. People can, like, do some really tremendous things towards other people if they continue to disrespect them. You know what I'm saying? So especially as an adult or grown man, even a woman, like, you just never know. So I don't get why people think they're able to think they could get away with it. Maybe they have gone away with it because people never called them out, or people never like defended themselves towards them. But like I said, karma is a real thing. So what, like, do people not think like, what if karma catches up to me one day? Even though it's not happening right now, karma could always catch up to me. Do they not believe in a higher power? You don't have to be religious or anything or spiritual, but do people not think there's like a higher entity or like a higher power, right, energy above that's watching, that will not or like your energy will be transferred back to you? You put in where you put out. So like, if karma is eventually gonna happen, or people don't believe in karma, it's common sense that you will get the energy you let out, you know. So that's why I don't do shit like that, or other people even. So I don't get why people think it's cool for them to disrespect other people, you know. But that shit gets annoying. It's always people, they like I said, they're insecure, they're invisible, they project that shit, or they get away with it. They're emotionally immature because they lack to work. They fail to work on themselves. So now they lack the self-awareness and the mental maturity to act right. And I guess that's dangerous at the workplace, especially when you're around grown adults, man. I'm telling you, like you never know what people are capable of doing to you. You just never know. Now, even if they haven't done anything throughout the years, you're able to get away with it. What about karma? What about the energy? It's gonna boomerang back to you eventually. You know, time is an illusion apparently, so it makes sense that karma's gonna get you when you least expect it, if not harder. You know what I'm saying? So even in your next lifetime, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But yeah, but why not treat people? I understand, like, there are times where you have to raise your voice. You have to like get assertive. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about where like people know what they're doing, or not even that, but people who just talk crazy towards other people. They cuss them out, they call them names and shit like that, or they try to degrade them in some way. That's fucking insane. Like, I don't know why people do that shit. Like, I guess it's misery. They project that shit. They're narcissistic. They're probably bullied growing up, and they're too much of a pussy to work on themselves to do the shadow work. So now, once they're in authority, they take advantage of that by harming other people and become the very abusers that abuse them, and they get a high off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. But like I said, like, the only reason why I'm letting shit slide like that is because I have a lot to lose. I came from a very dysfunctional family. I cut all them off. I got away from them. I came a long way for me to get to where I'm at. You know, to be in the position I'm in, I came in a long way. So I have a lot to lose. These jackasses who disrespect people, they have nothing. They have nothing to lose, or maybe they do. They're just not aware of it because they're that fucking stupid. But for the most part, their life is not important. If they're disrespecting people, their life, they ain't got important shit going on. People like me and you guys watching, people who can't tolerate that shit, we have a lot to lose. We have a point. We're meant for great bigger things in life, pretty much. And so don't let these jackasses ruin your moment. Don't let these jackasses take off your path and stuff like that. In a way, it could be a blessing. Not how they're treating you, but in a way where like they're being respecting you too much to the point where you said, fuck it, you get out of that job or situation or that house or any situation, and now God, the universe, will reward you with a brand new blessing that's a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So anything can happen. It could be a sign to get the fuck about it. You know what I'm saying? It could be the devil attacking you or some shit, or spiritual warfare. But yeah, just don't let it get to you, man. Just know that you're watching this, the big experiences. Just know you're not alone. I've experienced a lot, like a lot. Trust me, like even though I've never got caught up in these situations where I'm harming people, trust me, like I have a lot of like anger and emotions running through, but I've never acted out like that because I know what I'm capable of. So it's easier for me to walk away, as crazy as that may sound. So trust me, I know how it feels. I'm very sensitive. My nervous system's very sensitive. I'm very sensitive. So trust me, this is why I'm even making this video. I have so much knowledge on it. So trust me, like watch this. You're not alone. You're not. I know it's frustrating. I know it's aggravating. But trust me, like if you have a lot to lose, just walk away or get away from that situation. Change that job. Speak to someone to where you're able to change that job. Or if you're forced to be stuck in that job, worst case scenario, just ignore them. Focus on yourself. Go to the gym to release anger, or try to talk to that person professionally and maturely. Don't create a scene. Find healing ways. Take it out in the gym. Talk to your friends, coworkers, anyone that you trust. Or like if it's a big deal, just tell that abuser what they're saying. Just set boundaries for that person. Tell them, hey, how they're treating you is not right. Tell them that they need to knock it off or there's gonna be some issues. And defend yourself. So you have options. But the worst thing you can do is just don't feel like you don't have a word. Don't feel like just speak up on it some way. Don't just yes, I say me, I tend to ignore it and brush it off, but for you it may be different. Don't do what I do. I just do it because that works best for me because I know what I'm capable of. But for you guys, don't ignore. Just there's a problem, address it, or it's gonna keep on going. But yeah, but that's just fucking annoying though. Like a lot of people, they deserve an ass whooping in life. They deserve to get dealt with. Honestly, the only reason why I haven't even attacked these people is because I'm working at such a professional setting. I'm in the military. Not only that, but even before that, like I've worked in different job settings. So where I just feel work in general as a professional setting. So me, I carry myself in a very classy way. So I don't like acting out. I don't like being nasty with people like that unless they give me a good reason to. But even then, that's rare. So I'm very classy. I'm very fucking classy. I'm a very classy person. So it's like, I don't be doing shit like that. I don't. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's fuck, but there are people who do suffer from experiencing bullies like that. You know what I'm saying? This shit's annoying. The only reason why I haven't attacked, I haven't laid hands, or I haven't cussed them out and mentally, psychologically scarred them because I'm at a professional setting pretty much, or I'm at a work setting. That's pretty much all it is. If I was in a professional setting, if I was in a work setting, best believe I either lay hands on you, I'll cuss you the fuck out, or lay hands, but I gotta be careful because if you lay hands, you could go to jail or prison. But I'll definitely scare the fuck out of them verbally, and I will threaten them. So, and it is that serious because people just grown adults, they know better, and I feel like they don't learn their lessons because they get away with that shit, or like people really haven't given them an ass whooping or consequences, so they feel like it's cool for them to talk people fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's just fucking annoying. So I hate disrespectful ass people, or people just grown ass adults who like to play these fucking games where they think it's cool to harm people, to degrade people, and they constantly do that shit. Like, and that's these people they're so dumb. They're very dumb because they don't know what people are capable of. I'm telling you, they don't know what people are capable of. They don't know how karma works, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, you guys are playing with fire. You're just poking the bear, or like you're playing a game with a fucking wild animal at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do that? Yes, you're getting away with it, yes, but there's a good chance that these people will defend themselves and they'll attack you. Or life will teach you a lesson. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say, man. But yeah, this shit's annoying. If you're working, if you're trying to run your own business, and you're trying to like save up and be great in life, but then you always come across these fucking narcissistic jackasses who feel like they're trying to degrade you or talk down on you, and they just fuck up your vibe, they fuck up your energy, they try to fuck up with your aura, and trying to like have you react and give them the same energy as them. It's just fucking annoying. It's fucking annoying. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say, and have a good one. I hope this video helps. This video is more so to know that you're not alone. That's all I gotta say, and have a good one. Peace.